It is 5 after 9 o'clock in the morning here in Dickinson on a Monday. So this intersection here, typically at this time, would be really busy. Lots of people would be going through here to go to work, to take the kids to appointments, whatever. Because look right there, Interstate 45. This is what takes you to Houston. Northbound, southbound goes to Galveston. Look at that on top of the North 45 sign, hurricane evacuation route. But guess what? Interstate 45 northbound is covered in water. You can't even get to Houston from it. And when you walk through here, you just really get a sense of how deep the water is and how widespread this is when we are some 27 miles from Houston. And you see the pictures coming out of the metro area itself, and then all the way here, much of the same scene. Boats crashed into trees. You have a number of first responders that, of course, have just taken off here, and they are, oh, there's one right now. See, look, the boat over there. We've got 3 of them, look. So what you're seeing is those aren't first responders, it doesn't look like. Those are members of the community, volunteers who answered the call for help because there were so many calls. Yesterday out on social media, the police department here, they said that they were getting more than 500 calls from people that were just trapped in the neighborhoods all back that way. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you're watching us in Minnesota, if you're in Iowa, or if you're in California, this is your neighborhood. All of you have a little corner here that looks just like this, with law offices, with a CVS, with a bank. And these roads are like rivers. So those boats are volunteers. And there were so many calls for help that the first responders themselves were overwhelmed. So people just started hitching up their boats to the back of their trucks, and they came, and they have been working around the clock. And the work they're doing is dangerous, by the way. Back there are cars that are totally submerged. You can't even see them. And my photojournalist earlier went out with one of these crews, and he was talking about how you can easily run aground and do some serious damage. So people here are going door to door. They're listening for signs of life. They're listening for cries for help. And they're pulling people to safety and getting them to a nearby shelter or linking them up with family. And you stand here, you see it, but it almost doesn't even register. Your mind almost can't even comprehend it. And I've covered a whole lot of disasters. Eric, the thing is, there was warning about this. We kept talking about the catastrophic rain potential here, but all of the people that we've talked to say this water came up so fast, and it happened in the overnight hours. So while they were sleeping, they woke up to water rushing into their homes, and they had only a few minutes to grab what they could and get out. Stop and think about that for a second. If that happened to you, what would you grab? What would you do? And so it is just overwhelming because you see so much suffering, but you see people pulling together and helping thy neighbor, and that is pretty powerful to watch.
It is,
Eric.
Casey, as you show us. A vivid example of the American spirit, of the selflessness of people helping each other when authorities there have been, as you said, overwhelmed. A great example, the people tweeting out those photos in the nursing homes. Those people were saved. Right. The daughter of the nursing home owner was able to call authorities, and they were able to get those people out. This is continuing throughout this morning. It is heartbreaking. It is compelling, and it is an example of the best of this country and our nation and what we represent to each other and our values, and that is continuing every moment by those people who are out there right now on their boats helping their neighbors who are in dire distress. Casey Stegall, thank you.